Is it really important to have some amount of Bitcoin in our assets? Is Bitcoin a safe investment option? Will it continue to grow as it has grown in the past few years? All of these questions and many more were answered by Chamath Palihapitiya. Chamath Palihapitiya is a Sri Lankan born Canadian American venture capitalist, engineer, and the founder and CEO of Social Capital. He is a minority stockholder and the board member of Golden State Warriors. Talking about the current economic state of the country, Palihapitiya said that Federal Reserve and Treasury were not acknowledging how the actual economy works. The United States is an economy where the overwhelming majority of the GDP is generated by its consumers. And the way that consumers lift up the American economy is by spending their hard earned money. Chamath says that when we take revenues away from the American consumer because they are unemployed or because they can't earn the wages, then they are going to spend less money, which means that the economy will contract and we'll have a recession. Chamath says that you put money in the hands of consumers and you should put enough money in their hands such that the amount that they have exceeds what they need to live so that they can use the excess amount of money in their spending. The reason why that's important is because it forces companies to then reopen faster, hire people more. Then they'll also have to pay them more because again, these consumers have more money. But that's actually all a good rebalancing of what's been happening for the last 40 years, which is that the pendulum has swung. Chamath adds up that in the economic theory, we say that the pendulum swings between labor and capital. In the last 40 years of trickle-down economics, what we have really done is swing the pendulum so far towards capital that people who are the labor class don't really have the earning power that they actually had before, putting a lot more money into their hands, where effectively the government have to pay them more to come back to work is not a bad thing. It will recalibrate what is a very lopsided distribution of the leverage. So getting power into the hands of labor and getting more money into the hands of labor actually sort of subverts and puts an end to the trickle-down economic theory. It kind of worked in the 80s, but in the 90s and 2000s, and we know now it's just a dated economic philosophy that doesn't map to how the world actually works. Chamath calls Bitcoin as being schmuck insurance. He says that we want something that frankly will protect our wealth. In cases where the people in power really get over their sky tips and do something that we can all see is a bad idea, but they are driven by short-term political incentives. The reality is that governments used to be run by a very different kind of person, and in some countries today, we know it harkens back to how it used to be. For example, if we take a look at Singapore, we know that the smartest people that graduate and some of the most capable individuals go into the bureaucracy and work for the Singaporean government. Chamath don't think that we could all look at ourselves in the eye and honestly say that that's necessarily true in the Western democracies. It's the kind of person that really excels in public relations or in winning the elections. It's not necessarily people who excels at governance or at the legislation. So the reality is that we know we have people, those are somewhat mismatched for this job. And invariably, whatever that happens, irrespective of whatever profession that is, mistakes will surely take place. For example, if we put a pilot who is not a great pilot, who actually wanted to be a school teacher in the cockpit of a plane, that person is much more likely to make a mistake that will have some huge consequences than a person who lives and breathes wanting to be a pilot, or we can say who is very passionate to become a pilot. That's also true in terms of legislators. Chamath says the reality is that we have folks that will focus on short-term window dressing type solutions. Again, you can see it today in what the Fed and the Treasury are doing. We have massively increased the deficit and the debt. The United States government is now responsible for more than 50% of the GDP, which essentially makes us a quasi-communist country and a socialist country at a minimum, except without any of the benefits. So we still have sky-high healthcare and exorbitantly high useless education. It's kind of like the worst form of socialism, or to be more clear, dummy socialism. According to Chamath, when those kinds of things are happening and they are not getting fixed and they are only getting exacerbated, if people have been hardworking with their head down, they should have an opportunity to make sure that they don't get wiped out if the government itself continues to make a string of bad decisions that then have rising consequences. Now, according to Chamath, Bitcoin is the only thing that is really fundamentally uncorrelated to that decision making process or to that decision making body. Because at the end of the day, any other asset class like equities, debt, or real estate commodities, they are all tightly coupled to a legislative framework and an incorrectness in the financial markets that brings together many of the governments that are sorting of behaving this way. Basically, it's almost like a bet against the ruling class in some ways and making sure that we have a small amount of insurance. Insurance is not something that pays off 50 cents to the dollar. Actually, insurance is something that pays off $1,000 to a buck. Chamath clears that we want massive asymmetric payoffs because we want to be sure that a small amount of insurance can basically make us whole. That's why, according to Chamath, we should take 1% of our portfolio and put it in Bitcoin. Chamath says to not look back at the price. Don't look at anything and hope that 1% goes to zero. Then you have 99%. But in the case where that 99% goes to zero, that 1% will probably be worth 120% and you'll feel like a genius. In 2012 and 2013, when Bitcoin was at 200 and everybody was laughing at Chamath because he was talking about Bitcoin back then. Now he says that Bitcoin got to 100, then it got to 150, and in future it is going to be at 200,000. It might take 5 years or it might take 10 years, but it's going there. And the reason is because every time you see all of this stuff happening, it just reminds you that our leaders are not as trustworthy and reliable as they used to. Just in case, we really do need to have some kind of insurance that we can keep under our pillow that gives us some access to an uncorrelated hedge. It's going to be eventually transitioned to something much more important. But for right now, you are just getting all these data points that prove this thing. The fabric of society is frayed, and until we figure out how to make it better, it's time to just have a little schmuck insurance on this side. So guys, tell me in the comment section below, are your thoughts correlating with Chamath's or you have some different suggestions? Also make sure to like this video and press the subscribe button. Also don't forget to press that bell button so that in future you can receive notifications for our upcoming videos on time. I'll see you in my next video. Till then, have a nice day.